back to the SML podcast, Rating the Field with Raider and Field Driver 007. We got kind of a playoff episode. The fans are all bitching about it, so we're back. What's going on, Raider?
Hey.
Let's talk about the playoff picture. What's going on? We're going to take a look at the AFC. A lot of this really starting to take shape. Pretty much what it looks like right now, the Ravens are running away with the AFC North 15-0. The Colts 11-4. The AFC South, the East has Conk, bang, 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 not a gang at 11-4. The Chargers would be your fourth seed at 10-5. And then your Jaguars and Bengals would be your fifth and sixth seeds, or possibly the Jets. Just depends on how things fall out. Do you see anything major changing, or is that kind of where we're going to be at?
Well, you there. Who you got again?
The whole list, or the wild cards?
Well, who do you think the wild cards are?
Looks like your wild cards are the Jaguars, Bengals, or Jets.
And what do you think about the Chiefs?
I think they're out of it. They're at 6 losses right now. When you look at the Jags, the Bengals, and the Jets, they're all at 5 losses apiece. I'm not sure about the tiebreakers. I haven't really researched it enough to know that. But I feel like the Jaguars are in it, and then it's just a toss-up between Rowan Cook, a.k.a. the Reaper, or the Jets.
Well, the Jets have the Dolphins today. If the Dolphins beat the Jets, that.
I don't think that the Dolphins are going to be a threat to the Jets. I play the Dolphins, and I'm not a very good player, and I handle the Dolphins quite well. So I think that, and the Jets just made the Super Bowl a season or two ago, or 2 seasons ago.
Well, you're
Go ahead.
coded to win.
Yeah, I am coded to win.
Coded. So the Jets and the Dolphins are both coded to lose.
Correct.
So the Jets could lose.
So we'll hop over the NFC side of things with the Seahawks 14-1, the Bears 13-2, Cowboys 11-4. That would put the Panthers right now lead the NFC South at 8-7. I don't think there's a team near them. No, there's not. So that would leave the Eagles. And then there's a pretty big tie with the Cardinals, the Redskins, and the 49ers for that last wild card spot.
The Eagles have the advantage.
Yeah. He's got a loaded team. There's no reason why, even though he's using the excuse, and Prime and ZZ covered it. He said he's not really into the game, and I don't buy that. I think that he's maybe not investing as many practice games in it or whatever, but whenever you play, you don't just play and just say, oh, fuck it, if I win, I win. If you lose, you fucking spike your controller on the ground like Rob Gronkowski, and if you win, you feel good. Otherwise, why are we playing this?
Well, when I go into a game, I'm trying, and if I throw a pick that was my fault, if I threw a pick that either A, the coverage fooled me and they pick it off, or B, the user did a really great job and picked me off, I stay in the game. But 99.999% of the interceptions I throw are the computer taking over. And like the Bengals, I played the Bengals last week. He came in an all-out basic blitz look, and I had a quick out route set up. I actually counted the run, but he was throwing his heavy blitz. So I did a little motion thing. I brought it back, and I did a quick out. And his guy took a step forward because he was supposed to be blitzing, but he used it to chase the guy in the out and picked it off and took it to the house. Once that happened, the game was over for me. I didn't care what happened. I was ready to just start punting every time I got it because that's not humanly possible. Yeah, he used it. He did it, but just because he didn't understand what is possible doesn't – he should have been penalized for that. That play was pure trash. And it's just – If you're not trash, you're gonna have trouble with this game.
Well, the problem
you have to be a clueless moron to thrive in Madden.
They've nerfed so many things over the years, like half-X screen, or even wide receiver screens are pretty inconsistent. Really, RPOs at that are inconsistent. So, like your blitz beaters, things that you should be able to use against these guys that basically are using nano, turbo, whatever you want to call the blitzes that they're doing, bringing that instant pressure. You have no real blitz beaters. I mean, they've kind of ruined the game over the years, and guys are just constantly exploiting that AI. And like you said, when you're taking a player out of his position, whether it be that he's playing zone or just the man-to-man coverage where you got the guy beat. Now, a lot of guys are going to argue that you shouldn't have made the throw, that you waited too long, or what have you. But like you said, there's certain instances where you should be able to complete it.
It was a perfect throw, perfect play by me. Turned to go pick 6 by the other team.
Yeah, and
perfect play.
It's
by
just
me. Perfect
it's maddening.
Choice, perfect timing.
Like you said, if you're not playing within the game, then you're just taking losses like we do, and it's unfortunate. But there's a lot of good guys out there. Just real quick, right now, before the season ends, who would be your Super Bowl prediction for this season?
Probably the Eagles and somebody.
The Eagles and somebody?
Yeah, even at his half, he's better than everybody else.
Yeah. You think he's still better than Oshie?
Easily.
Or Future, who's 14-1?
Future's good, but the computer hates him.
Yeah. I think I would agree with that. I don't know. I feel like Future may finally make it to the Super Bowl.
I would love that.
I think it could be a Colts Seahawks Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because Meats is going to choke. He will fold.
Right.
We're going to have to get him a banner for the SML folding chair.
He might get it done. I mean, he's got a team that is not really allowed to lose, like the Chiefs.
Well, he's playing really good defense right now. Meats is to go with his offense. He's got basically the second best offense in the league, points per game 29. Defense, he's got the second best defense in the league, only allowing 14 points a game. He's got, like you said, a loaded team, a lot of great guys that he claims that he's really groomed and made into it. But really, I think he inherited a pretty good team to start with. Lamar Jackson, just kind of take a look at his stats real quick. 138 of 189, 73%, 2,370 yards, 31 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He has taken 28 sacks. Rushing, Freddie Golden, 1,300 yards. Receiving, he's kind of spreading the ball around pretty well. His leading receiver is Hollywood Brown, and that 17 catches, 546 yards, 9 touchdowns. You go through Mark Andrews, 450 yards. Boykin, 300 yards. Taylor Gabriel, 300 yards. Outside of looking for the deep bomb touchdowns, which is pretty much what he's getting right there with Mark Hollywood, he's doing a decent job of spreading the wealth. Do you think Meats will get it done at 16-0?
I think he'll go 16-0.
Who's he playing
Who's
last?
he playing this week?
I think he plays NYT.
No,
Yeah,
NYT plays the Buck.
Well, Meats is already 15-0. His last game would be. It said Daddy League says he's playing NYT week 17.
Let me look. Maybe I'm.
But
I thought I looked earlier and there was only 3 games left. But yeah, I don't see why it'd be the Bucks. I don't know what I was looking at. Hold
you
on.
got some rookie stats to throw at us?
Maybe. Yeah, Bucks play the Falcons in week 16. Oh, we're looking at
17.
We still got one more week. I thought we were in the last week of the season. I'm
man.
stupid.
Come on.
I'm stupid. I thought this was the last game for playoffs.
Negative, sir. Before we
But
do
play Colts.
Before we do the rookie stats, I'll let you do the rookie stats. Let's go over the league leaders. Rookie quarterback Seth Stocker's leading the league at 4,278 passing yards. Their league rushers Melvin Gordon with 1,632 yards. Your leading receivers DJ Chark with 2,083 yards. This is just unbelievable how bloated the stats are this Madden. We've never had this problem before. We've just never had it be so biased where certain teams can do good and certain teams can't. It used to be anybody could do this stuff. Well,
now certain teams
with these,
cannot
but
do
when
it.
you look at it, it's like if a guy's force feeding his X Factor superstar, like DJ Chark's got 2,000 yards, Tyreek Hill has 1,800 yards. But then when you look at the defensive side of the ball, the league leader in tackles is Roquan Smith with 54 tackles. Now, to put that in perspective, Ed Oliver Jr. of the Buffalo Bills has 36 sacks. There's only 20 difference in tackles compared to sacks.
That's
Interceptions,
crazy.
Roquan Smith, 16 interceptions. But go ahead, give us some rookie stats now, unless you got some insight about this. To me, it's kind of like a disparity with stats this year. I don't know. I think we may need to look at either adding some kind of clause in there where you got to start spreading the ball around a little bit better.
No, it's not. It's not the players' fault. It's EA's fault. They have designed it. Certain receivers, if they are on certain teams, must drop the ball when it gets their hands. Me and Woods played. We play a lot. Me and Woods scrim all the time, and we made a practice league where all our players are rated the same in the other league. He's the Browns and I'm the Raiders, and we play. And he usually beats me 55-14, 55-7, 55-0, 110-0. He beats the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So yesterday we switched where I took his Browns and he took my Raiders, and he did beat me 21-28 or 24, 21-24. He beat me, but I'm kind of ruined because I've been trying so hard to compensate for the code that I end up questioning everything about myself when I'm making decisions. But I started getting comfortable, and I mean, it was so nice to be able to throw to a guy and the ball actually go to him, or to throw it to a receiver and the receiver catch it, or a defender actually touch the ball and get it.
So you would say
I was watching him struggle. He struggled so hard because he couldn't understand why he would have a wide open guy and the ball would be thrown 6 yards behind him and bounce off the ground 3 times, or why the ball would just magically go straight to a defender instead of to his guy.
Right.
He just could, or why his defender would hit the ball, go right at it, and wouldn't catch it. He just didn't understand why there was different rules for the Raider team he was using, even though it's calling the same basic plays.
I think the Raiders kind of suck, though, too. And they put the bigger discrepancy on.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Making ratings matter more. That's why they changed the threshold. They changed how many 90s players you had compared to the 80s. A lot more guys are low 80s and 70s.
But this is CFM. I've made massive changes to the team.
Yeah.
The team is loaded. It's probably the best team in SML. Easily. I have a 99 throw power quarterback. I have a power runner. I have a strong offensive line. And I have 3 superstar receivers. One in his prime, one a little past his prime, and one rookie. I have a dominant team. I have a linebacker core that's all stars or superstars. I have great cornerbacks, a superstar X-Factor. I have the best team in the game.
So you'd say that this is totally the code going against your team, the Raiders, and nothing would be operator error.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm a crappy Madden. But I don't.
Such as if you and I swap teams next season, would I be able to get the Raiders in the playoffs?
You mean Madden 21?
No, if we swap this season, this cycle, if you and I swap teams, what would the outcome be?
Well, I put so much work into the team that you might be able to make the playoffs since the rest of the AFC West sucks.
Right.
But you would struggle, and you would not understand why you're struggling.
I agree. So let's talk about the rookies. Go ahead and give us some rookie stats.
Switch? You want me to be the Texans and you'll be the Raiders?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'll do it.
Let me look at your team.
I'm going to talk about some rookie stats where you looked that up. Obviously, the rookie passing yard leader is Seth Stocker, the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, with 4,278 yards. Honorable mention is Josh Hudgens, the Falcons quarterback, with 3,876 yards. The rushing leader is Joey Witherspoon out of Seattle, 821 yards. The receiver is Travis Royster out of the ATL with 1,290. Honorable mention, Oakland's wide receiver, Javonte Billingsley with 1,250 yards. Tackles, defensively, Mike Ross of the Green Bay, 38. Sacks, Detroit with 10. Aaron Farrell, something like that. Your interception leader is still Cleveland's KJ Allison with 7 interceptions. Those are your rookie stats. What do you think, Raider? What do you think about this proposition of us swapping? We got to get that approved by your commish. I think it'd be an interesting experiment, though. Are you there, or did I lose you? We might have lost Raider here live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I lost you, but we're still live on the podcast. We lost Raider, had some technical difficulties, but I think he can hear me now. Are we good?
I hear you now. You sounded far away, but you could.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. All right, well, we'll wrap this up then since we're having some technical difficulties. But what I was saying before the technical difficulties was take a look at it. We'll get with the commish and see if he'll allow a one-time exception, a swappage of teams, just to test your theory, to see if the algorithm is really what's plaguing the Raiders or not. We don't know. We may never know. It'd be interesting, though. Also, I think it'd be interesting if you and I do a play now game. We do a little scrim. I'll be the Raiders. You can be whatever the best scripted team is in Madden. We'll see what the result is that way. I think I lost you again. Hello. Anyway, I'm going to end this podcast. My co-host, Raider fan, we're having some type of technical difficulties. So if you're down for any of this, let us know what you think about swapping teams. You think Raiders outside of his mind? Darrow. Something's going on here. We got to figure out what it is. We're not really sure. I mean, I'm going to look at him right in the eyes of it, or the dead of his soul. I'm going to say, bitch. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're checking us out for the first time, check us out, simmadleague.com, daddyleagues.com/SML. Make sure you play your games. Make sure you tweet at simmadleague on your tweets so that way you can retweet it. Get your games in. Good luck. Have a great season. Thanks for watching.